If you ever find yourself struggling to stay motivated, today's session is going to help you tremendously. If you would hit that like and subscribe button for me, and then find yourself a comfortable spot where you can relax for 20-30 minutes. In just a few moments, I will walk you through a hypnosis session that will help you tremendously. I know that sometimes it is difficult to relax or to learn how to relax more than you have before. And so, as you sit there with your eyes closed and begin to become aware of your own thoughts, of your own sensations, I begin to wonder if you have ever had the pleasure of sitting on the bank of a river or on the shore of a lake or ocean, because there is something very comforting about just sitting there, listening to the peaceful sound of the waves as they move in and out in a continuous flow that just seems to go on and on, relaxing in the sun, feeling the soothing warmth, and just allowing the mind drift effortlessly with that quiet, almost silent sound in the background of awareness. I'm not even sure you've ever done that before. Relaxed in that way, listening to the peaceful quietness of water washing the shore. Perhaps it was a waterfall, or just a silent place in the center of a woods. A happy memory of contentment, or just a dream of a place so comfortable and safe that it was easy to allow the body to relax, everything to relax. I don't know, but I do know that everyone has a place they can go, a relaxing space deep down inside, where they can really let go of all their cares and concerns and wonder at the wonder of those waves of relaxation, at the smooth heaviness of arms and legs, as relaxation continues. Maybe it was the warm smoothness of the soft white sand you could hold in your hand and watch flow effortlessly through your fingers. The same sand that flows in an hourglass, hour after hour, with nothing to do for a time except let go and flow. Warm, heavy sand, listening to the waves of relaxation, secure inside and out. While you were sitting there by the shore, forgetting to make the effort it takes even to try to be aware of when or where that relaxation began, and the soothing sounds or sensations were. I wonder if you are familiar with fences, especially the electric fences used with horses. These fences have a few tiny strands of wire, and through that wire goes a current of electricity. Not the kind of electricity that is dangerous, just the kind that gives you a jolt, like static electricity you get from walking on rugs. A sudden sharp spark. These wires stretch all around the field, and as the horses walk from place to place, they quickly learn where they can go and where they don't want to venture. All it takes is a few brushes against the wire, a few sudden, startling zaps, and being very smart animals, they learn to look but not to touch. They learn so well, in fact, that after a while, the farmer can turn off the electricity or even replace the wires with string, and those horses will stay put, fenced in by nothing at all, stopped in their tracks by a thought, by the feeling that some places are off limits, that where they are is safe, as long as they just stay put, satisfied to be where they are. An invisible barrier or boundary created by the mind. But once one horse goes through it, then they all will follow behind. That barrier shattered and broken, with no restraints on where they go next. But where to go next is a problem everyone faces. And not everyone knows how to solve, which is probably why you can earn a fortune these days, telling people their fortunes and giving advice on what they should do. We don't know how a horse knows where to go, but we do know that once they know where they're going, it is difficult to stop them or rein them in. Because once a tired, hungry horse sees that stable or barn at the bottom of a hill, all you have to do is give it free rein, and it will take you there as quickly and surely as it can, because it wants to be comfortable and it wants to be fed. And once it knows where to go, it gets what it wants. Even an imaginary boundary can be leapt over on the way to that goal. What fun to hold on tight and to just let it run, trusting that it will take you there, swiftly and surely. That is a pleasure every child can treasure, if they allowed themselves to do so. And so, before you allow yourself to drift up completely into conscious wakeful alertness, it may be useful for you to utilize the opportunity now to think about what you've experienced, the thoughts, images, understandings, and how you might use these things later on, from one day to the next. Because you have an unconscious mind, and you have a conscious mind, and those two minds can learn from your experiences here today some things that you can utilize to deal more effectively with those things that have been problems for you before. And so, before you continue to drift up into conscious awareness, normal, wakeful awareness, it is your privilege to use this comfortable self-awareness to become more aware of those things you can use later on, those learnings, abilities, and skills you may have overlooked before, to give you a new view of the possibilities for a new way of thinking and feeling and doing things. That's right. Take some time now, a brief time that seems to be a long time, to review and plan at some level of awareness those things you will do later on, those things you may change later on, as you begin to use more and more of you. You can use that time now, because in a few moments from now, when you drift up and awaken, it may be interesting for you to know that in that drifting, relaxed state of mind, where thoughts drift by like dreams that enter awareness for a time and drift through the mind, while some are left behind to be utilized later on, and others are remembered or seem to be remembered at first, and then become more and more distant, forgotten over time. And the entire experience can seem so far away, as your unconscious mind protects the conscious mind and leaves those things behind, forgotten but remembered too. And time changes too, so you can know what a trance it's been when you begin to know that what seemed to take a short time turns out to have been a long time, or what seemed a long time was really no time at all.